Good morning. I'm gonna. Oh, there we go. Testing my audio. Testing one. Testing two. Not too bad. How about on the other side? Yep. Okay. Well, today we're going to be writing out some testing. So let's get started. First, I'm gonna get my music going. Oh, I wonder. Where's my music? It's on my phone. Sorry, I'm not going to share. Y'all get to play your own favorite music. You don't have to be inundated with mine. Yeah, I think we're ready to go. Let's create out just some place to toss some code. Now, in this case, I think we're going to need async tests. We have tonic. Wait, we have tonic. Do we have Tokyo? I didn't look. I probably even highlighted Tokyo and said tonic. Good morning. I wonder what happens if we do return an error. Like, How does snafu come into this? Is it just trying to figure out how to get to standard error, and it's not implemented for string? I thought it was. Default display extended. No. Oh, let's check error. From stir. From string. There it is. To the type. Found a trade. Yeah, I get that. Where's a string into a box of... Oh, into a box. So we don't need the other box. Let's see. Well, why does it care from a string error? So this is essentially what we're doing, but well, we're not giving the type annotation here. This is a box from that. Oh, for box, not for... Okay, that's our type. It's implemented for box. There. All right. Wakey, wakey, Mr. Halsey. What happens if we run that? Does it fail? Hmm. Let's find out. Well, it's Friday. How's everyone doing? It's early. Another short stream, probably about an hour 15 or so. We're going to be setting up data plane. We'll start the server, then eventually extract out some test utilities and whatnot. We will add some testing. Probably using SLED quite a bit to inspect data going in, inspect data coming out, or rather, setting up for data coming out. Great, it failed. Lovely. Okay, so what are we doing today? This is our application. It's not really an application. It's more of a framework or a platform or a stack. The stack here has one replaceable component. That's the application. We're essentially building distributed SQLite. We end up with one writer, multiple readers, with a system that can replicate the data between the different machines. This morning, we will be working on tests for data archive. Actually, we'll be just working on data archive, but we'll be doing it in a TDD fashion, test-driven development fashion. Previously, we had been working on data plane and got that working. Now we'll work on this interface. We will be using SLED and TiKV. SLED for the testing, which is what we'll likely see very soon. Maybe not today, but soon. And eventually, TiKV for the cluster and production. And eventually, we will get to the mutation side of the house, where we will be listening to mutations and sending them to data archive. Playing around with the idea of using try in tests instead of specifying unwrap over and over and over again, which I do like. It's nice to be able to use unwrap somewhere. But is it more ergonomic to use try? Let foo equals blah. Foo question mark. Oh, these should not be parentheses. They should be angle brackets. Expected type found variant. Oh, that's a result. Wow. Ooh. My goodness, my Rust is rusty this morning. This is the okay. I have an extra square bracket or angle bracket. Mismatch types. Expected enum. We cannot specify error on the left side. Error is a variant of the result type. We have to specify it here. Box, error. Oh, did that just need to be done standard error? No, it needed to be a box. Basically the same thing on the left. Okay. It's still thinking about snafu. I don't know why it's thinking about snafu. It's not implemented for snafu error. Hmm. Oh well. Let's make progress. Uh, now, what do we know? We will need a duplex for connecting to the TiKV server. Not TiKV, for connecting to the data archive server. What else? Maybe sled? Okay, maybe that. What else? We want to test both sides of data archive at the same time. I'm leaning towards no. don't really want to set up two duplex channels, send data in, and then read the data back out. Maybe for an integration test later, but not yet. I think I just want to test like this piece here. Let's do it. We will need this piece out. I don't want to call it data archive. I don't like data archive modules being in the data archive crate. Let's rename this to read. It can be renamed later. Extract that to a file. So we have read. Right. Read and write. Bump up the font. Out there. So we're going to be pulling out a piece of main. We have our data stream server, our archive server. We are interested in this side. Just tossing some code here. Oh, interesting. We might not want to use read. Let's rename this to, how about replicate? And this one to mutate. We've renamed them to mutate and replicate. We need them in this other file, not that one. We'll make them public so that we can use them from main for now. It was private. Ah, yes, it is. Okay. So now we've moved those two modules into the crate out of main. We can start to use them here. We'll need to import from super. Okay. We do not need the membership service. And in this case, in order to use duplex, you have to set up the service in a specific way. Let's look at data plane to see how that was set up. I remember that it was special. Oh wait, it's not in here. It's in context. So we end up creating a duplex stream. And we serve with incoming, like so. Here we have serve with incoming shutdown, which we might want, maybe for testing. Right side, this is our test server. We didn't need to shut it down in a specific way. We just needed to shut down the client in a specific way. Let's grab this. One of those. We do not have endpoints future. Okay. Now that we have a replicate server, this should run. Let's see. Let's just run the test real quick. Oh, it doesn't. Let's take, oh, there are errors. Let's go take a peek. Warnings. Let's filter just the errors. Missing semicolon. And that's it. The other error I don't care about right now. And that's for, maybe we can just make it go away for a moment. RAFDB models. I don't think we need that or that or that. Examples use the raft bits. Well, it's still building. Y'all got weekend plans? And how's audio today? Is this adequate? Is it better? Worse? Perfect audio. Thank you, Francois. And it looks like it built. We just have a ton of warnings, which I don't. Some of them are on purpose at the moment. They're like little fix me's that I will get to. Well, that future me will get to. Back to where we were. We're setting up a server, setting up Tonic to serve our service. Sorry, these things I think are just called services, and you toss them into Tonic and serve them, which is nice. You can have multiple, you can share a state between them, all sorts of cool things. Now, we need some way for our server, which does nothing right now. It's just full of empty implementations. Everything is just empty. But we need to fill this out, and I would like to have a database that it can interact with. So I want to be able to give it something that we worked on yesterday. Let's go find that. Yesterday, we finished implementing the interfaces. We have a trait built for storage for SLED and TiKV, an implementation for both. So I was thinking that we would simply use a trait object. I so rarely use a trait object. But then I think, why? Why have that extra pointer lookup? It's not like it's going to make or break our build. It's not going to make it that much slower to go from test to production. And so let's just get a, let's see, and replicate is where we were looking. We need some sort of storage. Um, let's say S for storage or DB. We could call it DB. Oh, I like DB. Could use 2 letters there instead of just 1. Simple server. We would give the service the database we wanted to use. And I think that's reasonable. If this were happening, let's say in the main function, we would tell it, this one, here's your database, right? We would set up the connection before starting the service. That's reasonable. And for tests, we would set up SLED before running the test. That works for me. It cannot be sent safely between threads. Oh, that's right. I wonder, is so that this generated code, data proto, if we look at the generated code, it's generated by a Prost build. I wonder if they are going to support the built-in async trait anytime soon. Let's go look. It's updated 7 years ago. Oh, seven. Oh, 7 days ago. Okay. Wow. Just wow. Here's our repository. Roadmap. Ooh. I do not see it there. Async trait. Close. Let's check features. Oh, they have workspace members. Let's go to the documentation. Feature flags. Hmm. I do not see anything. Okay. Oh, where's my water? I'm surprised there was no comment about not using async trait in the repo. Maybe it's not possible. Maybe I used a hyphen when I should have used an underscore. Add support for no package declaration. Hmm. Async? Oh well. It's this piece. I would like to use the built-in versions. And there are send and sync possibilities. I have to look it up every time, but I know you can annotate it so that you get send and sync. Lifetime bounds, yes. The three S's, send, sync, and static. We have our database. At some point, maybe here, we should say that it also implements our storage trait. All right. Good. Let's come back to lib. Now we have to give it one. Let db equals sled storage. Storage. Sled should only be there. Oh, these are not public. That's your problem. All right. So at this point, we need a location. We will use tempter for that as well. Do we have tempter? We don't. Data plane, cargo. All right, now we have tempter added to our dev dependencies. What should we call this? It's a result. Oh, it is. New is private. Let's fix that. Okay, now new is not private. Right. Now server owns that. What is the error? Snafu error plus data cannot be sent safely between threads. Oh, interesting. I'll just see that error here. Hey, 715209. How are you? And happy Friday. Cannot compile. Okay, yes, that's the main function. We know it's missing there. Oh, what is... Interesting. Okay, we'll come back to that. Where's the error? I'm not seeing an error. Is this an error? Oh, we didn't test for tests? Just searching for it. Ad service. Okay. Should not be. What? I just forgot to unwrap it. That's all. Because the error type cannot be sent between threads. Okay. It's fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Oh, you. Sorry, I was not looking up. Soma 5209, you've gone into the Nyx rabbit hole? They're warm and fuzzy. A little bit of a headache today. Should have picked up some Advil. That's okay. I've got a full day of meetings to nurse it. So this should run. Let's give it a kick. Is it, that's it? It's done? Wait. But it didn't actually run my code? Sorry, I was waiting. And it's complaining about main. Okay, let's go fix main real quick. I didn't realize that it needed main to run tests. It shouldn't. Something like that with a vector of addresses. I think it's just needed if you click the little run this test button in Z. It's very strange. Yeah, is not public, or I named it. And it also returns a result. Really? Oh, pub. Really? To implement from residual. Super error. What are we returning here? Oh, this kind of error. Hmm. Let's have a database error. Source is data archive storage error. Okay. Are you happy now? Required for result error to implement from residual, infallible, and data archive storage error. Where's this from residual coming from? It's async. We await it. We've awaited it. Oh, we didn't map the error dot with context. Database snafu. There we go. Cannot be sent safely between threads. Trait reverb data archive if it is implemented for that other thing. Did I forget to unwrap something? I did. That's twice now. You gotta watch me this morning. Okay. No errors. Yay. And I was just trying to click this button here. We had to go fix main. Okay, done. How do we run tests for something like this? Next method start. Let's see. Hmm. I'm surprised there isn't a command for running these. That would be helpful. Hmm. Looks like I've been here already. Copy relative path. Hmm. No, I was looking at that for something else. Inline test support. Tasks have been implemented. Hmm. like they now have them like so. Oh, they call it the play test button. Well, all right, we have our server. It starts up, it runs. There's nothing in the database. We need a client as well. So we need to create a client for data archive. One of these. Oh, wrong one. And just make a test to get some databases. Let's try to set that up. How do we even do that? I need a tonic client for this. Hmm. We call it get databases request here. How do we create one of these? Oh, that's it. And then we just send it and expect a response back. Okay. So we create a new one with an inner T where T is a channel. So that's our duplex. Okay, let's try that with passing in our duplex channel into a tonic client gRPC structure. This would be client here, our duplex stream. Say accept. No, we don't care. Client streaming. Send a client side streaming gRPC request. This feels wrong for some reason. Create a new gRPC client with a provided gRPC service. Oh. Yeah, no, I butchered that. Okay. Let's, I don't know, bar equals data archive or data proto, data archive client. Here we go. New one of these. And this takes client. Let's see. That takes one of those. Oh, it creates one for us. We don't have to worry about that. Or are we supposed to give it? Hmm. Let's go look at context real quick. How did we set this up before? Create connection. It's called connect. Yeah, maybe. Wow. Um, Okay. Let's see. Hello, guys. Welcome. Zexobeat. Started learning code, but you don't like it that much. Wait. Is it a good idea to start learning data analysis because you don't like to build stuff with coding? Yeah, you got a lot going on there. I think this is something that we can't really answer for you. This is like you're asking us to choose a direction for your life. I think you need to find the passion that drives you. Yeah. So this is how we create the connection with the other project. Now this is for the other side. Just create a new channel endpoint. Hey Zexo, not sure. Yeah, and it might be one of those things where, if you make it when you make it past the initial unfamiliarity with the systems, that it becomes, fun. It really depends. Um, we really have to set up an endpoint like that? Yes, we do. Wow. I am just grabbing this code that I've already written. Here's our create, let's say create client. Or connection might be good. If I welcome pilfers. I sound like the Bob's Burger dude. That's why the stream is peaceful. I have never watched that show. I'll have to check it out now. That's funny. Oh, Archer. Oh, well, okay. Yeah, I've watched Archer. Is it the Archer character in the Archer show? H. John Benjamin. Yeah. Okay. Archer. Yeah. That was. Yeah. I don't think I got to the later seasons, but I really enjoyed up to Lana. I wish I could remember some more of that. Like, goodness, he would always talk about Lana's hands, phrasing, a little bit more rasp. Yeah. See, McCullough, do you like Mr. Deadly? He voiced the butler in Fallout TV show. Huh. I don't think I watched that. We not have tower. We don't have tower. Let's grab tower. Very distinct posh voice. American, but imagine if the US had a king. That's great. Hmm. Hyper util. Goodness, there was so much involved in setting up the tests for this. Anything else? Okay. Data archive client. Oh, Matt Berry from What We Do in the Shadows. I might have seen that. What is channel here? Import, yes, it's a tonic channel. That's fine. I don't think we need that. Now we can just call client dot. Oh, do we have to await that? Yes, we do. Why? As we are connecting with a connector. Okay. Await, and then what? Hey, look at that. Get databases. Request. Now we just need the request, which is a get database request, which is empty. We will await that and get a response. Probably needs to be mutable. Unused variable foo. Okay, it's result response with status. So at this point, we've got our little server set up with our database. We're making a client request. We should get some sort of error from this. Actually, I think it's going to be It's going to be empty, isn't it? Because we have an empty implementation into inner. That should give us the result. Let's call it result assert equals, I don't know, what is it, array? It's a get database response. Really? Okay. What is a get database response? It has names on it. Vector of names. Do we need to await the server? We didn't spawn it or anything. Otherwise, I don't think it would respond. No errors. Let's see what happens. Huh. Do I still have that in my... Yeah, I'm done with that. I should get rid of that. Cargo, test HP, data, archive. Yep, that makes sense. It's an empty implementation, has no elements. Expected value found struct. I want to give it... How do you specify the type with this? I know we could do it with vec string new. It's the same thing. But I forget how to annotate it so that it... Anyhow. Okay. All right, there we go. So tomorrow we will, whenever tomorrow is, I don't know when the next stream will be. I never do, never promise it. This is just for fun and, you know, making progress. Excuse me. We will go and implement the server piece. We will toss some data into sled storage, make the request, be able to get the response. Looking forward to that. The other thing I wanted to talk about was I've been basically archiving all of my streams on YouTube forever, right? And I wanted to make the replays more consumable. Being in a Twitch stream, right, you kind of get the interactivity, right? Even if you lurk. I'm an epic lurker. I love lurking on Twitch. But on YouTube, I find that the content needs to be a little different for my consumption. And it's not like a live broadcast anymore. So I'm toying around with uploading modified versions of the stream where after the stream, spend 15 or 20 minutes to clean up um, the data and then upload it to YouTube, just so that it's, a bit more consumable. I took yesterday's stream and cut it down to about 5 minutes. And I think it's too much, way too much. I don't really like the one I made yesterday, but it's still up there. I am thinking that the stream is a bit like a game of baseball, right? There's a lot of downtime, a lot of silence, and that those silent sections can be sped up quite a bit. So I'm going to look into setting that up to where a lot of the downtime is actually removed. The moments of silence where I'm coding are sped up. And it becomes, I guess, more consumable. In maybe, a 1 hour stream, we might be able to get down to 15 minutes. So if you're so inclined, check it out, give me feedback. I'll try to let you know when updated versions are there. I do have meetings I have to get to, so I'm gonna get going. Who shall we raid today? Same category. Future Highway. Let's raid Future Highway again. He was doing Advent of Code yesterday. Let's say, give him some encouragement, because yesterday he was reaching the point where he was starting to get out of his element with it. So, until next time, y'all. Bye-bye.